From the moment the Ice Bear King Xiaobai stepped into the world of Douluo Continent II, the Peerless Tang Sect, its fate was already tightly bound to a single irreversible crossroads. After 300,000 years of cultivation, Xiaobai was approaching a life-and-death threshold that even the most resilient soul beasts feared: the tribulation to ascend and become a true ferocious beast. For ordinary soul beasts, tribulation was already a brutal test of will, body, bloodline, and luck. For Xiaobai, whose raw strength was impressive, but whose innate talent was far from ideal, the odds were grim. Only a 30% chance of survival, with failure meaning the complete collapse of its spiritual consciousness, leaving not even a remnant behind. And for a soul beast who had lived through hundreds of thousands of years, nothing was more terrifying than disappearing without a trace. At the same time, the Snow Empress, once the supreme ruler of the Far North, no longer possessed the ability to stand guard over Xiaobai. As Huo Yuhao's soul spirit, she could no longer remain in the icy lands to shield her subordinates from the dangers that awaited them. She had exchanged her own freedom for Huo Yuhao's future, and because of that choice, Xiaobai lost its strongest protector at the most critical moment of its long life. It was precisely this predicament that pushed Xue Di to make the decision she once never would have considered, sending Xiaobai off the path of a wild soul beast and guiding it toward becoming Huo Yuhao's new soul spirit. This choice was not only a protection for Xiaobai, but also the result of countless calculations for the future of Huo Yuhao. The Snow Empress understood far better than anyone the true weight Huo Yuhao carried at that time. The Holy Spirit cult was watching from the shadows, preparing to strike at any opportunity. The Sun-Moon Empire's technological might continued to rise. Every confrontation ahead would be fiercer than the last, and every misstep would send Huo Yuhao deeper into danger. Xue Di knew that the boy she had entrusted her destiny to could not keep facing these threats empty-handed. He needed more than willpower. He needed overwhelming strength. Xiaobai's arrival could fill exactly the gap that was holding Huo Yuhao back. Its Ice Bear King torso bone was a treasure born from the extreme cold of the Far North. Its greatest advantage was not destructive power, but recovery, endurance in prolonged battles, the ability to keep fighting even after sustaining grievous injuries. In Huo Yuhao's early stages, endurance had always been his fatal weakness. His ultimate ice was terrifying in power, but consumed spiritual energy at astonishing speed. One long battle could wear him down before his opponent even reached their limit. Xiaobai's gift directly addressed this weakness, ensuring that Huo Yuhao could survive the drawn-out battles that inevitably awaited him. Then came the soul skill, Blizzard, a super large-scale ice-type area attack spanning a diameter of 5,000 meters, a storm that could freeze armies, stop spiritual attacks, and trap even limit Douluo within its icy domain. But what truly elevated this skill to a higher realm was not the blizzard itself, but the potential for fusion. Combined with Xue Di's ultimate ice and Bing Di's Emperor Scorpion, Blizzard became a core pillar of the ice and snow trio. When the three powers overlapped, their combined force was enough to suppress any opponent, enough to distort the battlefield itself. Even a limit Douluo would struggle to escape once caught in the combined might of the three extreme ice spirits. However, Xue Di's considerations did not end with strength alone. In her eyes, Xiaobai was more than a powerful soul beast. It was a stabilizing presence among the ferocious beasts of the Far North. Although Xiaobai's strength rivaled even the Titan Snow Demon King, its personality was simple, straightforward, and impulsive. It lacked leadership and lacked the ability to judge situations clearly. After Xue Di abdicated her position and left with Bing Di, the Far North was destined to undergo internal restructuring. The Titan Snow Demon King would rise as the new ruler, but Xiaobai, stubborn by nature, would never fully accept this shift in authority. A conflict between the two would not simply be a personal clash, but a battle that would shake the entire Far North, one that would cause massive casualties among the weaker soul beasts who had no part in the confrontation. For a ruler who had protected the Far North for countless millennia, this was a disaster she could not allow. Taking Xiaobai away was not abandonment. It was the only way to prevent a war that would tear the Far North apart. In planning for Xiaobai's future, Xue Di even prepared 10,000 years Xuanbing Marrow, to ensure that Xiaobai's consciousness would remain unharmed during the fusion process. She knew Huo Yuhao's spiritual power had already reached an astonishing level thanks to his fully formed spiritual soul core. This made him capable of harboring a soul spirit as powerful as Xiaobai without risking collapse. By occupying the soul spirit position early, Xiaobai ensured that Huo Yuhao would channel the greatest possible support into his ultimate ice martial soul, rather than leaving space for secondary martial souls like the Spirit Eye. With Xiaobai's long-term potential, it could provide not only a soul skill for the present, but also the foundation for Huo Yuhao's 8th and 9th soul rings in the future. This was an investment in both power and destiny. Xue Di understood one truth deeply. She had entrusted her divine future to Huo Yuhao, and for this boy to rise to godhood, he could not walk the path alone. Bing Di was already with him. Xiaobai joining him would bring together all of the Snow Empress's closest kin. Their long-standing bonds and absolute trust would multiply the power Huo Yuhao could wield. What Xue Di sought was not merely adding strength to Huo Yuhao. She sought to forge a complete system of ultimate ice, one that could advance step by step toward the divine realm. And for Xiaobai itself, becoming a soul spirit was not a downgrade, it was ascension. Survival was guaranteed, the tribulation was bypassed, and every breakthrough Huo Yuhao achieved would become Xiaobai's breakthrough as well. What Xiaobai could not achieve in 300,000 years alone, it now had the chance to accomplish alongside a human boy whose destiny stretched beyond mortal limits. Under Huo Yuhao's growth, Xiaobai would no longer be bound by the bottlenecks of a soul beast. It could evolve endlessly, even ascend toward godhood, something it never could have hoped for as a wild soul beast tied to the far north. Thus, the decision Xue Di made was not one of desperation, but one of long-term vision. It was a decision that protected Xiaobai's life, strengthened Huo Yuhao's future, and maintained the stability of the far north. It tied their fates together, Huo Yuhao, the Snow Empress, the Ice Empress, and Xiaobai, forming an unbreakable trinity of extreme ice that would support Huo Yuhao's ascent to godhood. In this shared destiny, every one of them had something to gain. Xiaobai gained survival and the hope of evolution. Xue Di gained a stronger foundation for Huo Yuhao, and Huo Yuhao gained another pillar of power at a time when he needed it most. In the end, Xiaobai did not become just another soul spirit. It became a crucial link in Huo Yuhao's path, a turning point in the rise of the ultimate ice, and a powerful testament to the Snow Empress's foresight. This was not simply the story of a soul beast seeking safety, but the intertwining of three destinies, each incomplete alone, but unstoppable together. And so, the truth behind Xiaobai's choice becomes far clearer when we follow every thread woven by the Snow Empress. What seemed like a simple soul-spirit fusion was, in reality, a carefully calculated decision shaped by crisis, destiny, and the intertwined futures of three powerful beings from the far north. Xiaobai gained the chance to break free from the shackles of its own limits. The Snow Empress preserved the stability of her former domain, and Huo Yuhao received another crucial stepping stone on his path toward godhood. Every step taken from this point forward carries the combined will of the Snow Empress, the Ice Empress, and Xiaobai, pushing Huo Yuhao further toward the day when he can stand against every enemy threatening the world. Their fates, once separated by thousands of years of ice and solitude, now move in unison beside the young man they chose to place their hopes upon. And this choice, sealed in the depths of the far north, continues to echo through every battle, every breakthrough, and every moment that brings Huo Yuhao closer to the power he was destined to obtain.